Revelio.
Так. Я пока шулеваю, просто вламываю замки, которые могут. Тут еще рядом задание будет, знаете. Это уже по ее ветке будем идти. Развитие. Посмотрим, что будет. Ну, я вроде почти все взломал замки в этом городе Хоксмиде. Хожу я под инвизом, потому что есть чемоданы, которые можно открыть только под инвизом.
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Так, надо побольше делать, наверное, битрейт, потому что FPS как-то маловато на самом деле. Вот у меня по качеству все отлично, естественно. Я думаю, что на трансляции недостаточно хорошее качество.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle.
Да, я победил тролля в этой деревне. Где-то тут. Ладно. В общем, в данный момент по заданиям я имею что? Мне надо собрать страницы руководства. Это на самом деле очень скучно, потому что, есть интересные задания, собирать, типа, вот как вот здесь вот лунный демимасок. Чувак, короче, это даже сложно описать, это надо было просто смотреть. В общем, у чувака есть лунный демимасок, это такие штуки, которые прячут страх, типа, чё, я не помню уже, ладно. Это просто обычные побочные задания, но я бы хотел, конечно, проходить дальше.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Ладно, тут, наверное, через мапу придется. Первое здесь, второе здесь. На самом деле очень такой достаточно красивый мир здесь. Понятно, что не как там RDR 2 или Ведьмак или тот же Kingdom Come Delivery. Но в целом неплохо, как реализация про игру Гарри Поттера. Ну, не Гарри Поттера, а Хогвартса в целом. Так, я не понимаю, куда мне идти. У нас есть подсказка.
Perhaps the book Professor Weasley wants me to get is upstairs.
Спасибо.
Next you will.
Сложно пока что разговаривать и играть. Хотя, казалось бы, да? Что сложного разговаривать
What
и
are you
играть?
up to now?
Чуть-чуть. Я, в принципе, тут уже геймплейность плюс-минус знаю. Так что... Ну, прикольно.
Revelio.
Здесь мы...
Confringo.
Confringo.
It's you! Thank you again so much. Never could have done it myself. Now that I have all my gobstones back, I'm ready to take on all challenges. If I can find any.
Угу. Так, здесь 4. Здесь у нас 2. Так. Что здесь? Вот это, вот это. Так, 3 и 1. 3 и 1.
I do look forward to going home.
Здесь 3. Вот тут 1. Опа. Вот такое вы видели? Провалился. Блять. Он просто упал. 2 провалилось, чувака. Да не, спускайся, дружище. И у нас тут что?
Revelio.
Спасибо. Рукоятка палочки. Но мне нихуя не дает. Абсолютно. Не, это не тот. Ну, это сундук какой-то редкий. У меня место вообще есть в инвентаре. Ну, нормально. Уже есть 2 предмета, которые надо зайти в ручную комнату и открыть. Ну вот. Но я думаю, что они будут хорошие. Прикольная тема. Это такие пасхалочки интересные. Вот находишь. Разгадал загадку, открылась комната с прикольчиками.
My
В
brother's a
принципе,
nice purple.
это неплохо.
So this is the underground harbour. Revelio.
Эти вещи мне достались буквально только что. Но я собрал по ним нихуёвый лук вообще. Очень интересный лук. Чисто инкогнито. Но мне нравится этот стиль, я буду с ним гасать. Очень интересный. Но мне надо сейчас слетать в Хоксмит и продать остальные вещи. Без разницы где вообще. Можно вот сюда прилететь. И все. Дальше отправляться на здание. Ну, фармить, лутать новые вещи, потому что надо зарабатывать гроши тут тоже, как и в жизни. Так, это вот сюда, по-моему.
Revelio.
Не помню, где этот продажник. Кто у нас здесь? И что это такое? Ладно. Можно и тут продаться, в принципе.
New butterflies were attracted to treasure. I must have missed that one in beasts.
Или не, нам по квестам я еще не доходил сюда вообще, чтобы с ним как-то коммуницировать. Но
Revelio.
сундуки, по-моему, я здесь все уже почистил. Потому что, ну, я не мог не почистить все сундуки. А хотя нечего. Ну да. Вот я уже все обокрал. Ну, такой я вор, я же говорю, что я обокрал весь Хоксмит. Вот, но некому продать шмот. Может, меня тут и кто-то и остановит такой, скажет, сколько стоит шмот. И я отвечу, что сейчас очень дорого.
Hello there.
О,
Come
вот
in,
этот
look around,
Spotify
and
искал.
if you've been eating chocolate frogs, please refrain from touching.
Раз, два, три. Вот так я стал миллионером.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for that.
Спасибо, знаю. 25-й, 26-й, 26-й, 25-й, 26-й. Не, в принципе, у меня все аксессуары очень хорошие. Нормально
sure to stop
говорят,
by
это я их
whenever
еще не
you're about.
улучшал особо. Ну все, тогда дальше проходим задание от миссис Уизли. Ну, передвигаться, конечно, здесь интересно на метле, но только когда они находятся, здание находится вне Хогвартса и вне Оксмеда, потому что там нельзя летать на метле. Вот, возвращаемся в это подземелье. Вот такой я мощный тип. Жестко.
So this is the underground harbour.
Все, просто проходим по бочку. Идем, все, идем дальше по сюжету. Я думаю, что мы продолжим проходить дальше сюжет после того уже, как выполним побочные задания. Вот, я про вот эти сундуки говорил, их можно открыть только когда вы выйдете. Вот. Так, интересно. Ага. Земная гавань. Страница руководства. Глубоко под внутренним двором виадука расположена пристань для лодок, на которой доставляют первокурсников через Черное озеро Хогвартс. Понятно. То есть это вот мы собрали руководство. Таких страниц очень много в Хогвартсе. Типа есть коллекция. И это вот побочное задание. Собрать руководство. 2 штуки. И открыть вот такие места. Ну, то есть побочное задание вроде как и интересное. А вроде ничего сложного, никакого экшена. Но во многих играх тоже нет никакого экшена. Ну, по крайней мере, вот по пути к этому заданию я открыл тайну Хогвартса. И это прикольно. То есть их еще немало. Я просто только сейчас начал дупля давать. Вообще, что они есть и как с ними работать. Вот. До этого я нашел листочек типа с загадками для открытия дверей. И открыл там двери, нашел тоже комнату прикольную. Вот, и есть еще вот такие вот штуки. Ну да, Алахамора. Ну, мы разблокируем, конечно. Все, я научился тоже здесь уже двери взламывать нормально, профессионально, я бы сказал. Вот, это тоже страница руководства. Вот, Левиоса, да, надо активировать, применить. Получаешь страницу руководства. Но здесь ничего читать не надо. Это просто доп, типа такие плюшечки, пасхалочки. Вот еще есть фонтанчик с черным дельфином. И здесь надо зажечь. Раз. Вот так. Вот это доп-миссия сидит, но, скорее всего, мне надо тут что-то найти или что-то, хуйню какую-то сделать, в общем, не супер приятную. Вот она летает, да?
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that picture was empty.
Мне аж сюда. В библиотеку. Понял. Понял, принял. Ну вот. Вот такая вот библиотека. То есть тут даже вон книжечки стоят. Неплохая рисовка. Ребята что-то ходят. Какими-то своими занятиями занимаются. Ну, я бы не сказал, что прям супер круто.
Perhaps the
Ну,
book
неплохо.
Professor Weasley wants me to get us
Да,
upstairs.
да, да, я знаю, друже. Спасибо. Поищем наверху.
Revelio.
Красиво. Вот еще одна страница руководства. Только это тоже надо читать. Старейший библиотекарь. Страница руководства. На этом портрете изображен один из первых библиотекарей Хогвартса. Ходят слухи, что он вообще не выносил шумных студентов и прославился постоянным использованием заклятия немоты при малейшем чихе. И что там здесь? Ну, я вижу, вот, акция у меня есть. Вот здесь почти-то, по-моему, была бабочка, если не ошибаюсь. Я видел бабочку где-то.
Revelio.
Reading can be as magical.
Accio.
Why can't students see that?
То ли на первом этаже я видел бабочку. Ну ладно, в общем. Тут есть еще зеркала, которые надо люмусом активировать. Ну как активировать? Просто люмус нажать, у тебя там картинка
That book
появляется.
Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere. Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Да, ищу.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz.
Some people call bits of
Victorina.
knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
Ужас. Мне нужно ответить на эти вопросы. Но я вообще не знаю. Ну, то есть, каким образом я должен знать это, ответы на эти вопросы? Ну, мы единственное, что мы можем сделать, это зайти. Зайти в руководство. Написать викторина. Я это делаю с телефона. Достижение. Посмотреть все. Достижение, страница Ревелио. Ладно, будем угадывать. Золотой Санджери. Золотой
The
снежок.
Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was
так вот.
first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Жидкая удача. Феликс Фелисис.
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions.
Честно говоря,
The
я не
tale of
знал.
the three
Просто
brothers
вот
involves
интуиция.
which magical artifacts?
Какие волшебные артефакты упоминаются в сказке о трех братьях? Дары смерти.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard,
Ну, это знал.
the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility.
Да.
Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Квофл, по-моему.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
Неверно, по-моему.
False.
Correct. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Не сейчас.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Книга «Трансфигурация». Средний уровень. Эта книга непременно поможет студенту, который хочет заняться более сложными видами трансфигурации. Профессор Уизли часто рекомендует ее своим студентам с отличной успеваемостью в качестве легкого чтива.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete.
Want to test your knowledge on some more difficult
Не,
questions?
сори, я случайно.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind.
Так, хорошо.
Revelio.
Тут все. Шляпа. Шум. Ну ладно, мы не спрыгнем, наверное. Наверное, не спрыгнем. Ладно, идем, значит, посещать занятия по трансфигурации. Это я беру, конечно.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Профессор Блэк. Может быть, стоит наложить запрет на применение чар в библиотеке? Кто-то уже не раз тайком пробрался в запретную секцию, а Крисида Блюм, похоже, считает читальный зал личным кабинетом для испытаний новых заклинаний. Последствия этого зачастую бывают плачевные. В сравнении с этими проделками Пивза кажется сущей безделицей. Да.
Revelio.
It's a relief to finally have an answer.
Ну я вот тут уже открыл. Блин, если я тут открыл, то где же вот этот чувак? Оу. Не. Ладно, мы тут еще побываем. По-любому. Это я знаю, что это за кабинет. Зелье варенья.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Ну давай. Вот так вот уже тут зима, поэтому я такой инкогнито. Кота гладить не будем, просто анимация, как он гладит кота.
Revelio.
Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Taking owls are
Ой-ой-ой.
literally, if you ask me.
Вот это я, конечно. Такой.
Beautiful.
Goodness. Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
Давай попробуем.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Блин, очень неплохо. А ну.
Descendo. It's our visit to Feldcroft. Something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the...
Прикольно.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
Блин, лакдог,
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Не знаю, не хочу я проходить пока доп. Миссии. Я хочу проходить основной сюжет. Вот, я прошел всего 36%. Вот, в тени шахты. Давай, Себастьян ждет у входа в шахту Бельведер к северо-востоку от Верхнего Хоксвилда. Ну, давайте. Вот, поговорите сами там. Давай мы... Ладно, 21-й. Я хочу с ним сходить. Вот. Доп. Миссии мы проходим чуть попозже, если они будут интересны реально. Так, то есть это... Что-то на гоблиндоке. Локдог просит меня встретить с ним в шахте гоблинов. К югу от Хогвартса, а также он хочет, чтобы со мной был кто-то, кто говорит на гоблин. То есть это здесь рядом. Ну, иначе мне все равно в Хогвартс возвращаться, поэтому лучше вот сюда прилететь. Сейчас мы с ним там разберемся. посмотрим, что там по сюжету дальше будет. Вот здесь вот это... Блин, ну давай, хорошо, я сделаю еще. Вот это доп. Миссии такие.
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down.
Мне, скорее всего, надо просто ночь. Вот. Но я не против сделать ночь.
Here's one of those tables.
If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Отлично. Вот это уже интересная миссия. Ладно. Полетели. Можем летать еще. Так вот. По-моему, я тут уже был. Давай,
I
Себастьян.
thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Так. Ага. Все, супер.
Wizard kind will submit to us once the war.
We must remain unseen.
Тихо, тихо.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Сейчас мы обезвредим дальних и подеремся. Чуть-чуть экшона добавить надо. Ой-ой-ой. Тихо, тихо.
The wizards will be defeated.
Вот.
Petrificus totalis.
Сюда его. Мы этих лохов обезвредим.
One there.
Кто здесь? Я не знаю.
We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it.
Так. Мы сейчас что делаем? Мы сейчас сделаем вот так. Блядь, я не то сделал.
I shall avenge your death. You won't. Is that the best you can do? I shall avenge your death. What an unfortunate disappointment.
Bombarder.
Бомбарда еще есть, точно.
Revelio.
Концентрация. Отлично. Денежка нам не помешает.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Revelio. Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Ладно, давай подеремся, да? Так, у меня есть вот это.
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day.
Defender. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Accio. Confringo.
You almost had a lucky shot.
Descendo. Incendio. Confringo.
Get him.
Accio. Expelliarmus.
I'm better.
Incendio.
I won't rest. Let's get this over.
Descendo.
Rather unwise, come
Bombarda.
there.
Defender. Depulso. Arresto momentum.
Good as new.
Bombarda. Arresto momentum. Defender. Depulso. And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun. Revelio.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Quietly now. For better or for worse, we're in.
Why is it grappled?
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Revelio. Bada. Confringo. I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Пацаны, сейчас ловите прикол.
Bada. Defendo.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Озвучка русская есть. Просто я не хочу ее устанавливать. Оно поприятнее, когда они своими голосами базарят, потому что это только кастомные озвучки.
Confringo.
Так, мне надо достать чемодан.
Revelio.
Мне надо достать чемодан.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Сюда.
Leviosa. Revelio.
Сундук там есть, конечно. Надо спуститься. Я еще тот зануда. Так, ну ты мне в чат ничего не писал. Ну, по идее нет, да. По идее нет. Не понимаю, как попасть ниже. Ладно. У меня прикид
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio.
Ну, я понял, я понял. Просто лутаем сундучки, чтобы потом продавать шмотки и зарабатывать деньги. Это не самое интересное занятие, но я... Окей.
That bridge has seen better days.
Да, есть, вижу. Но второго монитора все равно у меня нет. Сейчас я не подключу никак. Вот. Поэтому...
Бомбарда!
Мешок с деньгами. 46 денег. 71. Ладно. Просто дальше иду. Куда можно еще сходить? Вот сундук залутать. Тут, короче, всегда можно... Всегда можно лутать сундуки. Блять. Какой-то звук был. Испугались. Обосрался. Да удастся, конечно. Нет, вот. Вот мне почему, короче, было тяжело с той мышкой играть. Потому что здесь надо мышкой переключать свои заклинания. И они постоянно путались, потому что у них есть КДшка, когда ты типа постоянно дерешься ими. Изучите меня. Ага. Хорошо. Что это за паук? Что это за паук? Ядовитый бегун. Сейчас прочитаем. Вот. Ядовитый бегун. Когда эти паучки начинают взрываться, их можно выдернуть из земли при помощи флипенда. Огромный урон. Их ядовитые атаки отравляют цель, наносят длительный урон. Рубиновый... Я понял, все, хорошо. Ладно, мы их просто побьем.
Bombarda! Defender!
Ну, по крайней мере, вот так. Что у нас дальше?
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
Вот, мне надо идти туда, но здесь два сундука. А, все, я понял. Тут, короче, есть еще такие там механики. Вот, допустим, не могу пройти здесь, потому что вот эти твари тут ползают, а они съебываются. Как люмусы. Ой-ой-ой. О, ну это потужный сундук.
Lumos. Revelio.
Чат можешь с мобилы читать, да, просто нечего. Ну да. В натуре нечего. Так я просто запустил проверить, как у меня оно работает. Вообще, как качество, типа, передаваемое тебе, допустим. Я просто смотрю, что как будто маловато. Маловато. Качество. Сделать битрейта, может, побольше. Плюс, может, еще настройки какие-то пересмотреть. Так. Ой, бля, ну иди нахуй.
Revelio.
Там вон эти педики. Все, тут мы не пройдем. Ладно, сейчас мы их разъебем.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Что, много их? Да, нормально.
Don't see myself.
Bombarda.
Туда.
Arresto momentum.
Why don't you come up here and
Window. Bombarda. Leviosa! Incendio! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Incendio!
Ой-ой-ой.
We're not finished yet. It's almost as if they were waiting.
Почитаем за нее. Это она? Ядовитый плевун? Не. Тут какая-то такая жесткая подружка. Ядовитый паук, да, вот она. Когда эти чудовища встают на дыбы, это означает, что они собираются атаковать свою цель и провести болезненный укус, который пробивает щитовые чары. Самое очевидное решение в таком случае — уклонение. Понятно. Когда они встают на дыбы, можно взять их врасплох, притянув обратно вниз при помощи заклинания десанта. Понял? Ого! Вот это меня покусали, блядь. Давай. Ладно. Можно вот так сделать. Не ту мать выбрал. Так, вот мать, сюда тебя. Вот так. Блин, я забываю, что у меня есть протега.
Bombarda! Depulso! Defender! Leviosa! Descendo! We certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with. Revelio! Now, we can have a look around in peace. Confringo! Wasn't expecting that.
Что неожиданно.
Revelio.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Потому что он же его не испытал боли, но... А еще помню, как меня захлестнула эйфория, когда боль рассеялась, и потом все вокруг завертелось. Кажется, я ударилась головой, когда падала. Не ушиба, не ссадины. Нет, но в голове пульсирует боль. Надеюсь, это не черная смерть. Зато он больше не будет страдать. Что у тебя там?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
Так, ну тут есть, да, проход. Но там есть сундук. И что мне?
Ревелио.
Нужен сундук.
Confringo.
А, сундук. Как бы попасть куда?
Ревелио.
Туда. Ну, в принципе, туда мне это не надо. В таком случае я просто иду. Просто идем в Хогвартс.
Now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Чему неприятности?
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Ну, вот так вот. Так, неизвестный предмет для рук. Отлично. Продадим. 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 И что еще? Какая-то масочка, да, тоже? Все, это мы продаем. В этом остаемся. Инвентарь, коллекция, задание, да? Забытое яйцо. Хорошо. Говорим, давай. Поговорите с Поппи. Что знает, куда мы должны отнести драконье яйцо. Хорошо. Себастьян прислал мне сову, где сообщил, что у меня есть повод надеяться на реликвию из книги, которую можешь... А, не Империю. Империя у меня есть. А, у меня награда Империю, все. Тори. Империю хочется, да, выучить. Так. Итак, дальше сейчас мы проходим задание с Поппи. В задании с Поппи раньше мы спасли дракона, вот, и забрали у него яйцо. Сейчас нам надо будет вернуть его на место. Каким образом мы это сейчас будем делать, я даже не представляю, но я думаю, миссия будет достаточно интересная.
Like her to forget.
Вот единственное, конечно, прикол, который мне не очень нравится, что приходится вот вставать в этот круг, просто садиться, и потом, типа, она не появляется из ниоткуда, и вы продолжаете с ней совершать приключения. Вот так.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office.
Я ожидала
Gran
посылку от
told me to
бабули, но
expect a
она, должно быть,
package,
забыла
but
ее
it looks
отправить.
as if she forgot to send it. She didn't
На
send me
этой
an
неделе
owl
она
this
тоже не
week
отправляла
either.
сову, может быть, она
Perhaps
занята
she's
своими
busy with her
исследованиями.
research.
Интересно. Какими
What kind of
исследованиями?
research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg
Сначала
knots in Plimpies.
ножные узлы. Бля.
What was she sending you?
Что она тебе
Only some
выслала?
feeds
Всего
she's
лишь
been
корм, на
developing.
котором она
I was
работает.
going to give
Собиралась
it to
его передать
Professor Howin
профессору
for the
Ховен для
measles.
жмыров. Говорила, у тебя есть
What did you find out
подробности
about
о
the dragon you
драконе.
were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left
Поэтому
Horntail Hall,
попыталась.
she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Как можно?
Well
Ладно.
done.
Случайно не то
You
нажал.
certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course.
Полетели.
Shall we leave now?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on, and she's likely frantic about her egg.
Давай посмотрим, как там наша дракониха. И отдадим ей ее
Here we
яичко.
are. I do think this is where we'll find her.
Вот, могли
The
бы сами
terrain's
добраться, по
typical of
сути.
where the
Не по
breed would
грифе
nest.
каком-нибудь, но
I
нас просто
suspect it's how the
телепортнуло.
poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Это может
You're
быть
making this
опасно.
sound simple,
Конечно.
but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the
Мне
tent.
тоже интересно.
She'll
этот-
understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all. Can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful.
Проверил, как
If she sees us flying about, she
трансляция,
might
оно
take it
все
as a sign
звучит.
of aggression or
Ну,
food.
звуки
We should
достаточно
stay on foot.
громкие. Сделаю еще чуть
Oh,
потише.
and one more thing.
Вот речь, громкость диалогов сделаем такой же. Эффекты тоже меньше. Музыка тоже меньше. Сам голос неплохой,
Goodness knows she's been through enough
Revelio.
already. I'm ready when you are.
но я не прям, чтоб я в восторге. Но поначалу нормально. Так, я слышу ее.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other
Ой-ой-ой.
dragons.
Ой-ой-ой, вот это мы сейчас тупо к дракону идем, ребята. Ля. Ля на эту подругу. Ну, точно сейчас меня не поджарит.
Wondering what happened to her egg.
Revelio. For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Так,
Let's hope
дворняги.
it stays that way. At least until
Дворняг
we've
мы
done what we
сейчас
came to do.
саннигилируем. Шо? Давай.
Revelio.
Ой.
Defendo. Catorso.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her.
Revelio.
At least 10 usually.
Да. Хотели ее словить, вот она тут всех поубивала. И волки поубивали. Окей. Вот у нас какая-то палатка. Кто-то здесь у нас проживал, костер остался. Так, надо изучить труп. Кто это у нас такой? Мити, ты где? Я думал, ты присоединишься к нам на Борнео. Я знаю, что ты надеешься подзаработать на ринге, но настоящая золотая жила — это акромантулы. Ты не представляешь, сколько мы с Виолеттой заработали на днях. К тому же на Борнео весьма недурно. Скоро мы двинемся дальше, может быть, в Египет. Как же здорово, что мы больше не привязаны к одному месту. До скорой встречи, Ангус.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
А, это у нас эти темные волшебники, которых мы постоянно убиваем. Так, я вот не понимаю, что это за звуки там.
She is again.
Fan, she's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Я уже выучил все заклинания,
Revelio.
кроме темной магии. Еще 2 осталось. Но вот там следующая миссия
Wonder
будет
how good her eyesight is.
будет на изучение
I
второго.
beg your pardon.
Вот и останется еще
I
одно.
don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Я прослушал диалог. Ну ладно. Ну, прикольно все сделано.
Watch your step.
Смотри под ноги. Блин, а тут такой замок какой-то огромный.
Revelio.
Очень интересная локация. Голодала, разнакинулась на
Or
Драгомава.
just raring for a fight.
Очень много нашел всяких шмоток, надо их попродавать. Ну, ибо... Тише, тише, что это было? Нам придется снижаться. Используйте снаряжение, которое вы нашли и купили в найде с помощью классика. Еще раз, что сделать? Ой,
Watch
мне
out,
ж ее
it's
пиздить
her
нельзя.
domain. She'll make sure we know it.
Rebellion.
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. If we can get Look! Underneath her! I think we're close! She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant. Revelio.
We're almost there. Why is every
Reparo.
broken?
Вот это экшончик получился такой. Но на самом деле было несложно. Вот единственное, что, кстати, мне советовали сделать сложность побольше,
We can hopefully make it out without too much
чтобы было
fuss.
интересно. Приручили дракона, получается. Наверное. Зубки у нее такие, с камнями. К стоматологу бы сходить. Не, ну не ешь яйцо. Ладно. Я думаю, она его не съест. Ну, типа испугалась.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
Unless what?
they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
Типа ее бабушку, наверное, схватили. А, кстати, про этого типа, вот, который главный герой, про него вообще ничего не говорили. Про его семью и все остальное. Так. Что нужно сделать? Что нужно сделать дальше? Ладно. Ну давай с Себастьяном встретимся. Потом остальное пойдем дальше. Карта мира. Себастьян, как всегда, куда-то умотал просто супер далеко. Тут я могу приехать только вот сюда. Или это с гоблином пошел встречаться? Не, вроде Себастьян. Тут
Revelio.
у нас две масочки нету случайно?
Aloha Mora.
Блин, надо сейчас продать шмотки. Точно. Другой замок.
Revelio.
О, тут Диме масочка есть. Супер. Мы сейчас меняем день на ночь. А, F. Все. И забираем Диме маску.
Fine now, Demi guys.
Оп. И у меня их 11 уже. Мне осталось всего 2. Может быть, здесь где-то есть еще замки. Так. Сейчас соберем этот сундук. А, он просто здесь. Вот такой большой. Найс. Так, ну, в принципе, мне здесь это не надо, закрытие сейчас.
Enjoy suffering, do you?
Those goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
Дети лохи. Ладно. Потом с ними разберемся. Интересно, я могу притянуть? Ну, можно вот так сделать. Разрушить дом. Ладно. Сейчас мы ему все продадим. Друже, что ты у нас продаешь вообще?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiaye,
Владелец этого
and this is
магазина,
my
чем могу
shop.
быть вам полезен?
Is there anything I can help you with?
Хочу
What do you have
узнать.
for sale?
Нюхлер, пушика есть у меня. Латиненок у меня есть. И болтушайка у меня есть. Спасибо, друг.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Все продаем. Потому что все оно шлак. У меня сейчас самые лучшие вещи. И вот еще 2 золотых. Которые надо открыть. Открываются вещи в тайной комнате.
Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Ладно, идем к Себастьяну, поговорим.
Revelio.
Блин, ну ладно, еще какой. Может тут Диме маски еще какие-то есть. Ну, по идее, все. Ладно, погнали. Может здесь еще есть. Нет, здесь ничего нет. Скорее всего, я тут уже все ограбил.
Expelliarmus.
Не надо никакого экспеллиармуса. Так, а что будет, если я их тут всех полопаю? Эти вот дерутся с пауками. Опа, 5 из 5. Что-то там недоступно. А, скинчик на метлу. Тут у нас Мерлин.
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
А с кем они там дерутся? Ладно,
Looks
пойди.
rather dark in there.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Revelio. Revelio.
Так. Вот эти пауки. Вонючки.
Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Prodigo. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was
Accio.
it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio. Accio.
This room is taller than it looks.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Finding a chest.
Revelio.
In a conspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Блин, тут столько лута. Очень много. Просто лутаться, не прилутаться. Это я выйти хочу, да? Так. Не, нам не сюда, это точно. Нам, походу, ниже. Ниже, туда мы залезли. Тут у нас что-то есть? Не, ничего нема. Ниже надо спускаться. паучки. Давай мы их сейчас...
Bombarda. Repulsor. Arresto momentum. Defender. Protego. Repulsor.
Так, ну мы сюда
Bombarda.
бомбарду фигачим.
Revelio.
Там у нас только сундуки.
Defender. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Protego. Stupid. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Accio.
All this
Revelio.
grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Confringo. Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Revelio.
This is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Bombarda!
Revelio. Bombarda. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Bombarda. Defendo. Accio. There's something here by the altar. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio.
Стоило мне по глупости упомянуть реликвию в отчете, и мне велели оставить ее в покое. Я учту правила, но наука для меня важнее. У этой реликвии есть нечто особенное. Говорят, что у волшебников, которые выбрали палочки из дуба, сильная интуиция. Думаю, это правда. Мне удалось дождаться подходящего момента и наколдовать баррикады, заслонившие реликвию. Да простят меня предки за то, что материалом послужили их кости. Я намереваюсь к ней вернуться, но сперва мне предстоит освоить заклятие Империус. Говорят, что оно хорошо работает против врагов.
What did you find?
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
Сейчас, сек, мы тут все исследуем. Надо еще
Revelio.
найти кости где-то. Давай еще кости найдем.
Accio!
Ладно.
Revelio!
Куда мы пришли, наверное, или нет?
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
Ух ты ж ебать.
Accio! Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Lumo. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
That's a lot of bone
Leviosa.
rattle.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagine. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Конечно.
Nice. Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperius Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Давай, конечно.
Where did you learn the Imperius Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Да, я понимаю. А ну-ка.
Imperio. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
Expelliarmus.
Accio. That worked. Guardian Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Defendo. Accio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio. Guardian Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Confringo.
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Revelio.
Ну, дают, я лутаю.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Ладно, все, хватит.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
И что у нас тут?
Confringo. Accio. Expelliarmus! Incendio! Potato! Confringo! Levioso! Descendo! Defendo! Descendo! Bombarda! Repulsor! Glacius! Defender! Descendo! Glacius! Descendo! Defendo! Levioso! Potato! Stupid! Levioso! Defendo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Accio! For a moment there, I thought that'd never end.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
В реликвии скрыта огромная сила, которую можно использовать во благо не только волшебников, но и всего мира. Но цена этого слишком велика, необходима темная жертва. Не трогайте реликвию, пока не узнаем больше.
Accio! Revelio! Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle. Is that... ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from... As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne. When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her.
Мне кажется, или что-то тут горит.
Oh no,
Какие-то
this
пожары.
isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet.
Ну да.
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Сейчас убьем их.
Pity. Not quite. Your spells glance off of me.
Now, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Not a bit.
Keep out the way!
She had to fight.
Keep out of the door!
Bombarda. Let's get this. Repulsor.
Arrest her momentum.
To the right!
Surrender.
They're closing in!
You'll not win here.
Be careful!
Expulsion!
We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make them retreat.
Sebastian, stop provoking them!
I'm handling
I won't rest.
Defender. Arrest their momentum. We have to fight.
Keep out of That should have been your death.
Uncle! To the right!
Bombarda.
Got him!
Depulsor.
They're closing in!
Defender. Imperia!
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Что у меня тут появилось новенького? Да, это мы откроем. Это мы тоже откроем. Продаем. Тут у нас что? Тоже продаем. И здесь открываем и продаем. Вот шарфики продаем тоже. В принципе, все. Денег много. 38% всего прошел. А, его тут нема вообще, некому продавать. Ну ладно.
Revelio.
Тут есть сундучела. Большой.
Alohomora.
Конечно же, мы взломаем дверь.
Revelio.
Сейчас поговорим с тобой, Соломон. Вот у меня иногда вот такие вот проблески появляются, и я не понимаю, что с ними делать. Повседневная школьная форма. Неинтересно. Неинтересно. Так. Да я с ним поговорю. Мне надо просто шматье пособирать здесь. Бля, чё интересно вот этого дружка нема? Кому мне продавать вещи?
Revelio.
Тут ничего нема. Ну ладно, поговорим сейчас с этим дядюшкой. Чикс. А у него тут сундучок. На.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Я не понимаю. Вот если бы я выбрал другой ответ, то исход был бы другой. Ладно. Тут уже я не узнаю. Поппи. Ну, надо сами там уже говорить. Надо говорить сами. Да, все это я выбрал. Таланты. Инвентарь. Что у меня тут собралось? Реликвии. Все понятно. Ух. Снаряжение. Ну, я там видел, собрал, да. Коллекции. Коллекций много собралось уже, на самом деле. Вот. И испытание. Задание. Так, завершите задачи. Вот такая вот штучка у нас есть. Исследование. Вот получил метлу. В целом это вот открывают мне скины, эти штуки. Коллекции просто там надо посмотреть и все. Таланты. У меня 1 очко талантов. Подсобираем, что-то изучим. Задание есть новое. О, говорите с Себастьяном в крипте. Хочет встретиться со мной в крипте. Хорошо. Ладно, давай по Себастьяну пойдем. Мне интересно. Просто потому что... Ну, это ветка развития событий именно его. Давай попробуем. Крипта. А, все. Понял. В крипте встретимся сейчас. Вот так вот, здравствуйте.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
On another adventure, are we?
My advice when dealing with important matters is...
You're back! Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Ладно.
Hello, Armeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Понял. Ну, кстати...
Revelio.
Здесь есть замок.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, demiguise. It's like a place right out of a storybook. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Тип такой сидит, я ничего не вижу. Ладно. Там, где маску нашли, мне осталось последняя. Я даже не помню, где я уже их находил. Но надеюсь, я найду когда-то.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Да, положите эту залупу.
Aloha Mora. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Himself would be proud. Wingardium Leviosa. These rocks have seen better days.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Expelliarmus.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here.
Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Revelio. Expelliarmus.
That wasn't too hard.
Revelio.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, Wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough! Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist, and I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend. From what I know of wizard magic, that should...
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio. The door is looking at us.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Revelio.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Backing up. We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least. Revelio.
Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing. Can't handle a little altercation. At your service. What's a human doing here? I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Watch your step round here.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We're being watched. By a door. Revelio. 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 Confringo. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio. Revelio.
Someone there? Over here! You're really not very good at it!
Accio! Expelliarmus!
Potato! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
No!
I will make you. Accio! Potato!
Who do you think?
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio. Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Now before we find another repository.
What's going on out there?
Petrificus totalis.
Who is it?
Revelio.
Someone out there?
Sworn.
Petrificus totalis. Petrificus totalis.
What's that? Who's there?
Something that has happened. When the war is over, goblins will rule over wizards at last.
Petrificus totalis.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Много.
Revelio.
Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. I know who my friends are now, don't I? Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
Petrificus totalis.
I can be used for better things than this so-called patrol. The area's still clear, if anybody cares.
Revelio.
This is a waste of my talents. Someone there? Bombardus, you won't stop me. You can't stop us. Not quite. Bombarder, let's get this over with. Defender, arrest the momentum.
Someone's here. Rather, one less shooting.
Not quite. There you are. Bombarder. Depulsor. Arrest the momentum. Defender.
Fight about as well as a pumpkin.
Levioso. Descendo. Glacier. Your spells glance off of me. Confringo.
You're weak. I won't rest. I will make you pay.
There we go.
I won't rest.
Unforgivable.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Clever.
Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodcock what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Revelio.
I hope Professor
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spin Witches as soon as you can.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
That's that. Settled.
Куда-то я телепортнулся, непонятно. Ладно.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased.
It's time to trade in my Oak Shaft 79.
I wish I could.
Revelio.
What do we have here? A demiguise.
Где Демимаск? Ебать! Все Демимаски собрали.
Mine now, demiguise.
I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogwarts, and we will devise a plan.
Revelio.
Алахамора третья сюда. Да, интересно, но я тут уже лазил, но я не нашел Демимаску. Прикольно. Ладно, сейчас пройдем это задание. Так, а что у нас тут? Понятно. Тут эти жабы, да? Ебучие. Да, жабы. Да не, ребят, я не хочу уже. Сейчас пойду поговорю. Блин, тут тупо такие катакомбы просто. Ужас. Пока сюда доберешься, ну, можно прям просто сдохнуть. Опа. Что тут у нас?
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Revelio.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Dear me, you have been busy. Incredible, thank you. You're ready for the final Alahamora lesson. With this knowledge, no lock shall ever stand in your way. You have done all I asked. I only wish I knew who put those statues everywhere in the first place. Alas. If you do find more, please feel free to remove them. You'll be doing your caretaker a huge service. And if I ever find out who the bully is behind this cruel trick, I shall let you know. Thank you once again for your assistance and tenacity. Now that you've mastered Alahamora, no lock is unbreakable. But do feel free to keep finding demiguise statues and removing those moons.
Такая хуйня, если честно. Шляпу не могу найти. Все, я думаю, на этом достаточно. Три секрета Хогвартса есть.